Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my third secondary students. Welcome to the second semester of Durus Online. This is all taken from your book Traveler 6. And today we start with the revision for Unit 1, and this is the first part. So this is the final revision for you since you're having exams soon, and I hope you benefit from it. Today we will learn three things. As you can see, we have three objectives. One, to use confusing words correctly. Two, to apply the adverbial clauses correctly. And three, to read fluently. So for number one, we're going to use some confusing words correctly because we know that some words are a little bit closer in their meanings than others, like, work, job, profession, career. So we don't want to mix with their meanings or get some kind of confusion with their meanings. Two, we're going to talk about adverbial clauses and remember them. And always, you have to remember that this is a final revision, so it's more like practice. So we're going to remember the adverbial clauses correctly. And finally, I'm going to get some reading and you're going to read fluently. So, every time after reading, we got some vocabulary and some comprehension questions. Now, words that easily confuse us, we got some set of words like transfer, transmit, transport. They start with, the prefix, which is trans. So can you say the difference between these words? What does it mean to transfer something, to transmit something, and to transport something? You remember transport is about transportation, and we got different ways of transportation by the sea, through ship, by air, and also by land. Transmit is most used for, space channels, like you send transmission. And to transfer is also used for money and also transferring files from computer to another or from a drive to another. So transfer, to move something or somebody from one place to another. He was transferred to Jeddah. Transmission or transmit is to send a signal from one place to another. It's more like satellite. And finally, to transport is to carry people or goods from one place to another. So now we know that these three words are confusing words and we learned their meaning. Now let's put them into the spaces. So complete the sentences using the correct form of the words in the boxes. In the boxes we got transfer or transference or transmit or transmission, transport or transportation. So let's look for the meaning and find the suitable word here. So let's go for number one. They are very careful about hygiene so as not to diseases from one person to another. So they're very careful about hygiene so as not to transmit diseases or viruses from one person to another. Two, and this is a question, will you please tell me how to transfer the money to my bank account? And of course, number three is the final word. There's a bus that will transport you to the swimming pool if you like. Another set of confusing words we got. Can you say the difference between these words? Peak, height, and top. And also we got summit. We got too many words that mean the same, which is on top of something. Peak, height, or top. So for peak, it means the point of the highest intensity, value, or achievement. He's on the peak of a hill. The height is the measurement of how tall somebody or something is. This is Burj Khalifa, is the highest and the tallest tower in the world. Top, the highest point of something, like the top of mountain, the top of the world is in the Himalayas. So these are peak, height, and top. Now let's put them into the spaces. So complete the sentences using the correct word or the correct form of the words given in the boxes. So we got peak, height, and top. One, it's impossible to get through on the phone at this time of day because it's the peak hour. Two, it takes me only 1 minute to climb to the top floor of a building using the stairs. And finally, the last word, from this height you can see the ocean. Now let's remember the clauses of purpose, result, and concession. So let's put these into a sentence. Now rewrite the sentence starting with the words given. We have despite, despite of, even though, although, and so that. So let's put them into a sentence. One, even though Ben was tired, he knew he had to keep running to win the race. So if I put the word despite, how are you going to make the same sentence? Even though Ben was tired, you can say despite of that Ben was tired. What do? He knew that, or he knew he had to keep running to win the race. So despite being tired, or despite the fact that he was tired, Ben knew he had to keep running to win the race. Let's do number 2. John left because he didn't want to see Michelle or Michael. John left so that what? You need to complete the sentence so it makes the same meaning. John left because he didn't want to see Michael. So John left so that he wouldn't see Michael. Now let's guess the meaning of some words, and in a reading you got some words like typical, easy, advanced, and neat. One of these words mean sophisticated. So in a reading text in Unit 1, communicating with extraterrestrials became more sophisticated. What does it mean, the word sophisticated mean here? Does it mean communicating with extraterrestrials became more typical, became easy, became more advanced, or became more neat? Sophisticated is better put like advanced. So now with communication and revolution of communication and invading the space, scientists in NASA and in other agencies suggest that they're trying to, they're receiving some kind of a language or transmission from other places, or from other, aliens or extraterrestrials from the space. So you can say communicating with extraterrestrials became more advanced. Another one we got, they can analyze it and determine, okay, which is decide. So we can say they can analyze it and decide or determine if or whether a signal has been received from extraterrestrials. So the option is very clear, which is decide. We can say find, approve, or send. So they can analyze it and decide if or whether a signal has been received from extraterrestrials. Now, that was a quick, revision for you. We got some good vocabulary about Unit 1. We got a set of confusing words like top, height, peak. And we talked about phrasal verbs, some verbs you need to remember with come. And also the last part was about grammar, where we got clauses of purpose, result, and concession, like despite of, or despite the fact, even though, so that. You need to remember how to use them correctly, or change one sentence into another using these clauses of purpose, result, and concession. So also we tried to guess the meaning of some words like sophisticated and determined and find their meanings. And let's remember that the word in the context or in the sentence, they change a little bit, and they mean different things according to the topic sentence or according to the essay that you are reading or the article that you are reading. So be careful about the meaning, even though if you don't know the meaning, you can sense it and you can feel it if you read what's before and what is after the meaning of the word, and then you decide the meaning. And we remembered some reading for specific details when we just cross out some vocabulary, and these were all of the two major reading skills for our revision for today. And as for the references, as usual, we got Traveler 6 student book, Traveler 6 teacher's guide book, and Google Clip Arts pictures taken from Google website. And finally, for more information and lessons, you can visit our website at aim.edu.com. You can follow us on Twitter @ain_edu, and you can call us on this number for any inquiry or technical help. I wish you the best of luck in your exams. Please prepare well and feel relaxed. And I hope you got used of or you benefited from the Durus online. All the best luck for you in your exams. Thank you for watching this. Until I see you again, have a good day and assalamu alaikum.